We wished for an idol season for so long. At least I did. And we're finally getting it. You and Idol PreCure is the name of the 2025 PreCure season. I'm very happy, I'm very excited. The website is finally out. Let's check it out, let's analyze it, let's check out the details in the logo, let's talk about rumors, everything in this video. First of all, the website is open today. Today for me is November 28. It is November 29 in Japan already. And the website will be updated with the cures and the names and the staff and everything else in January. It usually happens in the first Sunday of January in Japan. So for me, and depending on where you are in the world, it's going to be the first Saturday of January. For me, it is going to be January 4th. So we can expect the website to be updated January 4th. I believe that it's a safe bet because this has happened with the last few seasons, starting in Delicious Party. It's always happened like this. And it opens at 8:30 p.m. for me, 8:30 a.m. in Japan. It is at the same exact time that the PreCure episode is airing in Japan. So with that out of the way, let's check out the websites. Let's check out what we can gather from this information. So we have this website right here. This is Toy Animation. It is a very pretty website. I love the background. There is an aurora in the back. I really like it. Very pretty. And if we go down, we can see some information. This is just basically saying that the title of the 22nd PreCure season has been revealed. And down here, they're saying that the name of the next season is Kimi to Aidol Purikua, or You and Idol PreCure. And they're asking, what type of PreCure are we going to see in the next season? Let's get excited. So this is basically what they're saying. The information is not something big. And we also have the Asahi website that also doesn't bring much. The background is a little different, but the idea of the backgrounds is basically the same. So before we go on, let's talk about a rumor. We had a person that basically leaked this season some months prior to this when they said that the 2011 season had a music note and the 2025 season was also going to have a musical note. And they were mentioning Sweet PreCure, and now they were obviously mentioned You and Idol PreCure. So this information is correct. This person right now has also stated that this season is going to start with 3 cures, and the main cure is going to be red. Okay, this is the information that this person brought. Is it real? Is it not real? We're going to have to wait and see. But checking out the website background, both of the backgrounds from both websites, if we look at the Asahi one, there's like lights. It's like stage lights, performance lights. And in this one, which is the toy one, it's clearer. We can see 3 different lights. One is pink, one is blue, and another one is purple. Very, very nice. And also, if we go down here, we can see symbols. And the symbols are also very objective. A pink heart, a blue diamond, and a purple tear. So is that the symbol of each of the cures? A pink heart, so the main cure is going to be pink and she will have hearts as her motifs. A blue diamond, so we're going to have a blue cure that has diamonds as her motifs. And a purple tear with a purple cure with a tear motif. It's going to be very pretty. Imagine if they had the symbols in their cheeks. I think it has a lot to do with idols. It would be very charming. I would really like that. So yeah, I feel like a starting trio of pink, purple, and blue is very likely. Pink being the first, blue being the second, purple being the third. This is a very likely situation, I think, at least. So let's start analyzing other things right now, specifically about the logo. The logo is very red. There's a lot of ribbons in it and musical notes. There are 2 different musical notes. Here, one is here as an exclamation point, I think, and the other one is here, which is the one that makes the to be turn into do, aidoru. So Those are part of the logo. There's also those three symbols that we see here are also in the logo. We have a heart. The heart is yellow, but there are also pink hearts here in the music note. We also have the blue diamond or the blue sparkle, and we also have the purple tier. So blue and purple, I feel like, are big contenders because they are in the logo as those colors, right? Another thing that also appears a lot, and now I want to go get a deeper dive into it, is this little heart thing right here. This really took me back to Happiness Charge PreCure. Instantly took me back to Happiness Charge. I think, like in my mind, I got reminded of Lovely. They all had it. They all had the bracelets with this heart symbol in it, and they used it and they shook it to use individual attacks. They were really nice, and I love it. I feel like this is going to be one of the items of this season. They might use it on a ribbon, they might use it on their hair, they might use it somewhere in their costume. So I feel like this is part of the items of this season. We don't know if it might be on a rod, for example. They might put it inside a rod and use a power, or they might use it as their transformation device. We don't really know, but this is what I believe that we're going to see in this season. This is a symbol that I believe we're gonna see. Still focusing on this symbol, there is this big ribbon, and this big ribbon to me is another thing that is very close to idols, which is gingham. Gingham is something that is present in idol costumes a lot. And in here I brought Sara from Kirato Pri-chan, which is my favorite Pretty series, and she has a lot of gingham in her costume. I just brought her just as an example, and I feel like there is going to be gingham in the costumes of the Cures of this season. I don't know, maybe they're going to be Cures and also idols, like regular idols in their daily lives and Cures. And I don't know if the gingham will appear when they're idols or when they are Cures, or in both, or maybe they're only idols when they turn into Cures. But gingham has to be present somehow because I feel like they are kind of preeminent in the logo. And as I said, gingham is very preeminent for idols. There is a single from AKB48, which is one of the biggest idol groups to ever exist, which is called Gingham Check. Gingham Check. I love this song. It's a very cool song, and I love the music video for it as well. And we can see the idols wearing gingham in the cover of the single. I want to do a video getting a deeper look into gingham with idols as well, in idol costumes, and make a little observation about Watanabe Mayu, who is part of this single, and she's been on PreCure already, and there are some Mayu PreCure references here and there, and I want to do another video talking about it. I just wanted to highlight gingham because I feel like it is going to be part of their designs somehow. And the last thing that I feel like is important for us to talk about when it comes to the logo are those black and white hearts here. So we talked about the background. The background has three symbols. So I feel like it's a given that the season will start with 3 Cures, right? But we don't know how many Cures the season will have. And right now, the season starting with 3 Cures is just a theory, but I feel like it's kind of a given that it will start with 3. But we might have some indications of more Cures in the logo, and these black and white hearts might be related to the idea of the middle of the season, the mid-season, or the additional warriors, or the extra Cures, however you want to call them. But they can mean something else too. I would love if we had a black and white duo as the mid-seasons, as the additional warriors, however you want to call them. I think that would be very, very iconic. Another thing is that I feel like black and white can also mean something else. They can also be related to musical instrument, or maybe the mascot of the season, or maybe some sort of power that they will have. And the piano We were talking about it on stream, and Pixie instantly thought of the keys of the piano because they are black and white. What if we have a piano mascot, a piano inspired mascot, for example? Or maybe one of the Cures plays the piano, or the piano is a big important part of things. Because idols are not only pop music, there are idols that play instruments and they incorporate that into their idol activities as well. So I feel like nothing is out of the picture when it comes to music for this season. And black and white in that part of the logo can mean something. I feel like the possibilities for this are the Midseason, like a Midseason duo, a black Cure and a white Cure, or maybe one Cure that is black and white, or mascot, or something related to the mascot or to the magical aspect of the season, like a mythical creature like Nico-sama, for example. Or another thing that I feel like it's possible. If we're talking about idols, we are necessarily talking about music. Obviously, idols, they do lots of different types of activities, but music is always present. So we are going to have a season that is focused on music, not only because of the idols, but also because of the musical notes that we see in the logo, right? What if this black and white are to represent that we're going to have songs from other seasons of PreCure? What if they perform songs from past seasons and they're using this black and white as a nod to Cure Black and Cure White to represent that they are going to perform songs from past seasons? I personally would love something like that. I think it would be incredible. I would love to see something like that in this season. I feel like it would be really, really great if we had something that would be a nod to past seasons. And PreCure music is usually really great. Imagine if they sang openings or endings or insert songs or character songs from past seasons. That would be fire. That would be fire. And so just as a reminder, we are on to leaks season now, but everything I mentioned here are rumors or analysis. There's only one rumor that I mentioned at the beginning of the video. The other things that I said are just my analysis of the logo. They're not to be taken super seriously. It's just something that I was thinking while, analyzing. At the end of this year, we are probably gonna get silhouettes for the starting Cures of the season. Starting Cures of the season, I don't know, because in Hirogaru Sky, for example, we had the silhouettes of Sky and Prism only. And in Wonderful PreCure, we got the silhouettes of the 4 Cures already. And so it's very hard to know which type of silhouettes we're going for. If we're starting with 3, I bet we're getting the 3 silhouettes, but it's hard to say. We do not have leaks whatsoever, so we do not know if we're actually going to have leaks this year. Let's wait and see. But as I said, the website is updating next year in January. If you are in the American hemisphere, in the Western hemisphere, it is probably going to happen January 4th. So mark your calendars because it might happen. Girl, I am excited. I am hyped. You and Idol PreCure, Kimi to Aidol Purikua is here. This is everything I have wished for. Idol season is coming, baby. Are you excited? I know I am. Anyways, this was just for us to analyze the logo and, take a look at the website, try to understand what they're going for, and obviously make some predictions on what we're going to see. Anyways, babies, this is it for now. I want to take this little time to thank the members of the Magical Cinnamon channel. If you're a member here on YouTube, if you're a member on Patreon, if you support me on Throne, thank you very, very much for your support. And if you've watched up to now, thank you so much as well. Thanks so much for watching, and until next time, bye-bye.